Okay, my amazing readers, you just got finished listening to Sylvester and the Magic Pebble, and we've been talking about fiction. And we know that Sylvester and the Magic Pebble was a fiction book because, first of all, there was magic in it, and donkeys don't talk, right? So we had a lot of things that made it fiction. But we've talked about characters and setting and how they're important to a story. But today I want us to talk about problem and solution, because those are some big important things in a fiction book about the problem and the solution. Okay, so the problem, we can probably all be pretty good at problems, right? The problem is what goes wrong? What was the challenge, the trouble for the character? So we're going to say, what went wrong? I'm going to make that a different color so we'll remember. What went wrong? Or, oops, sorry. What was a challenge? What went wrong? What was a challenge for the character? Or maybe you might think of it as trouble, right? Then the solution, that's how they fixed the problem. How they fixed the problem. So they were having this big problem, and how did they fix it? So let's think about Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. Okay, Sylvester's problem in the story, think for yourself for a second. What do you think his problem was? Sylvester's problem was he was turned into a rock, right? He found the magic pebble and he accidentally wished himself. He was turned into a rock when he wished on a magic pebble. Then I have to think about, what's the solution? Did he stay a rock forever in my story, or was he able to fix his problem? Okay, so in this story, he was able to fix his problem, right? Finally, at the very end, his parents sat on him with the magic pebble, right? And he wished he were himself. And so that was the solution. So I'm going to say his parents sat on him with the magic pebble and he wished he were himself. Now, one thing you got to think about is think about problem and solution like a puzzle piece. What if I turn this to look like a puzzle piece? What if I made it like a puzzle? Like a puzzle sometimes goes like this. It's a big puzzle piece. They have to fit together. Your solution has to go with your problem. So you can't say he turned into a rock when he was a magic pebble and they lived happily ever after, because that doesn't make any sense. Those don't go together. Okay. Or I couldn't say, like at the very end, his mom and dad were on the couch hugging. Well, I couldn't say he was turned into a rock when he wished he was a pebble at the end of they were hugging. That doesn't go together. I have to do how did they fix the problem? He was turned into a rock when he wished to be a rock, right? By the magic pebble. His parents sat on him with the magic pebble and he was himself. He wished he were himself. So what I want you to do today in your journal is I want you to take your journal and I want you to write problem on one side and then make it like a big puzzle piece and write solution on the other side. And then in your journal, I want you to read your own book, write a sentence about what's the problem in your book. And then if you want to, you can even draw a little picture down here and illustrate the problem. And then draw a picture of the solution in your book and write what that was. Okay, so and then turn that in on Seesaw so that we can see it. So you're going to find the problem and the solution for your own book and create something that looks like this in your journal. Okay, I can't wait to see it. Bye.